In this video, we're going to explore the scatter chart with Chart.JS. So welcome to Chart.JS, the video documentation. Please note this is not the official documentation, although I hope it will eventually become the official, but it's really focused on helping you how to use Chart.JS more easier with some videos, because sometimes it just helps if you see whatever you have to do. So in this video, we're going to focus on the scatter chart. So the scatter chart is really designed for numbers or like in math and calculations, like some correlation, etc., etc. These kind of more complicated matters, and it's more like a more scientific method to work on. And do you need that? Well, it depends on your chart, but sometimes you might want to have it, and knowing how to do it is very, very beneficial for you then. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So what is a scatter chart? You can see all these options here. It shows you all the information. Ignore that video for now. This video will be probably replaced by that. But you can see here, and this is very important, the scatter chart is built on the line chart, meaning that all of these things are exactly identical to the line chart. So it's almost a similar thing, and it's also very close to a bubble chart as well, because it has like a grid. And you can see here the sample of each data properties, how you can use them. But let's ignore all, escape all of those, and let's focus on the full code with scatter chart, which is at the bottom here. So here at the bottom you can see here this full code is to create a nice scatter chart. So right now I have this blank HTML file, and all what I have to do is just basically copy all of this, which we're going to do. We copy this and then we're going to paste this in here. So once we paste in here, we save this, and once you save this, let's refresh, and there you are. So you have now your scatter chart. So if you look at the scatter chart, it has values scattered all over the place, as you can see here. So how does a scatter chart work? Well, very simple. Basically you can see here, like this value here is -10, 0. So what does that mean? So we are here, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. And if you want to search for the value here in this dot here, you can see here we are now on the x-axis, says -10, which is exactly the same what we have here. And then it starts at 0 on the y-axis, so 10, -10, 0. Alright, so let's look at another one. Let's get this one here, the red one. So the red one, if you would read it right now, you can see here the red starts here 0, and this is probably 3. So x starts for 3, and then the y, if we go here up, we have this line here, and this line is 8. So it will be 3, 8. And as you can see here, the red is 3, 8. Beautiful. So let's create our own here. So you can see with the bubble chart is a slight difference. The bubble chart works with a radius where you can control the size of the bubble, or the size of the dot. Basically it's a dot. But here in this case you cannot. It's a fixed dot size. So what we want to do now here is basically let's add a new dot on here on the scatter chart. Let's say we will put it on 6 by 6. So how to do that? Well, let's look at our codes here. So you can see here we have our codes, and we have here our data. So what we want to do is we want to add up a new value, and what we have to do, if you do a new value, we have to work on these x and y values here, but we have to put a comma here, indicating that we have a new value, and then we use curly brackets. Yes, the reason why we use curly brackets here, well, not on any other charts, well, this one and the chart for the bubble, is because here we have like an array in an array. So what that means is basically we have to put in here two values in one specific section. So in this case here, we want to do 6, comma, then y, colon 6. So once you have that, at the end here, no comma. Remember, at the very end of these here, the end of the array, no comma, meaning this is the end of the array. Let's save this. Once we did that, let's go back here. Let's refresh and let's look at 6 by 6. So we have now a 6 by 6. You can see it's here, but it's a grayish color. You say, well, I like to have a nice color on that. So how can we do that? So let's look here. If you understand that this is an array, and here we have the point background color where we have the array values here, or the value of the color, which is also in an array, you can see that this yellow matches with the first value here, and you can double check that by looking at the -10, 0 dot. So let's search for that for -10, 0 dot. And you can see here, this is really hard to see, but it's here down in the corner. So basically, what we want to do now is we want to give now a very unique color. Let's give this a extreme color. Let's make this pink, so it's easier to spot. So it's a very uncommon color. Save. So what happened now is our 6x6 is pink. We go back here, refresh, and now you can see we got a pinkish color here, and that's exactly what we wanted. This is basically how you can add up new values in your scatter chart. So if you like this and you want to know more about it, just check out here, of course, the website, or go for advanced. If you want advanced, check out here our Chart.JS masterclass. You learn everything about Chart.JS, and it's really exciting because you go deeper, and especially if you're like me and you love charts, database, and charts are the things that you should know. That's really a must. So just check it out, or just visit the website here and explore this website first before you want to explore anything else.